What is up, guys? Cedar B here, coming at you with a bass breakdown and 3-star. This is going to be a double jump govaho, and we're going to look at why I did it. So I noticed I took the screenshot, with the army composition, just so you can take a look and see what I brought and why I brought it. So first and foremost, looking at the bass, the clan castle had a radius of something like that. I think it actually went out to this edge right here, just about right out to that edge. But either way, clan castle was extremely lurable because I knew if I sent in a hog here and he hadn't placed a Tesla right there, or right there somewhere outside of there to stop or prevent a clan castle lure, I knew that I could get into here, hopefully lock onto the wizard tower and have a hog. And this goes for both sides because this is a symmetrical base. Hopefully have a hog set off a trap or two, maybe a double giant, or maybe a giant bomb, etc. So right there I knew, okay, that's where I'm going to try and lure. If the lure doesn't go through, I'm going to just go ahead and drop a couple more hogs. I was going to drop one, and if a Tesla popped, I was going to drop another two. Have them get in there, take out that Tesla, and just have enough to draw out the first little bit of the CC. Then I would have sent in another 6 on this side. So I went in here first, and then I went over to the right on the second. And I would have done the same thing if a Tesla popped, but there wasn't. So outside of that, we wanted, obviously I took a look at where the possible double giant bombs could be, or giant bombs in general. So could be one there, could be one there, one there, could be one there, could be 2 there. And then, outside the base, there's, obviously here, and, well, not there, but a few other places around the base, like down this whole stretch, just right down here, that could house double giant bombs or giant bombs, and then down here and down here as well. So, reading the base, I said most likely, obviously there's going to be Teslas here, so that's 2 Teslas out of the equation. So there could be a double giant bomb set here on the right. There could be a Tesla or a giant bomb on this side. There could be a Tesla or a giant bomb. There could be a Tesla or a giant bomb. And, these up here are already going to be pre-triggered, hopefully, by the hogs that I would send in for the lure. So I wasn't too worried about these. So what it comes down to is these 4 locations down near the bottom, down in this portion. So I was going over, in my mind, what kind of attack I wanted to use, whether I wanted to use air, take out the couple of air defenses, if I wanted to go ground, what have you. And over the last day or two, I had been practicing with my double jump govaho, and being as compacted as the base is, which is good for Valks because obviously they'll run in between buildings that are close together to cause area damage. So that's what they're there for. That's why rages just evaporate all buildings that Valks are near when they're under that rage spell. So looking over the base, I decided I wanted to come in from this direction. Now the reason I wanted to come in from this direction is with the double jump govaho, you want to kind of take it reverse. You don't want to go into the threats first, you want to go into them afterwards. So, instead of coming at this, maybe if we went in here on this queen side, your kill squad would encounter the queen, the king, anything else that might pop inside of there. So instead of that, idealistically, you want to send it up this in this base instance, the way this base is laid out, straight up the gut. So they'll get through this section of the base, then they'll take out what's in this section of the base, and then, obviously they'll just kind of move up like that through it. And then, and we'll take those off the screen. If I did send the Valks up there, obviously I knew they would kind of go in here, bounce up to this area, bounce up to this area, bounce up to this area. Dropped a jump spell, or thought about dropping a jump spell right there. Have everything just continue moving through the base. And I knew that they would kind of, get up through here, bounce to the left, bounce back in, bounce over here, bounce, vice versa. It's a symmetrical base. And I knew I had a pretty good chance of, triggering, that giant bomb spot or that giant bomb spot. And then from there, being, double jump govaho, most of the time standard is, 2 jump, 2 heal, so would drop a heal here, keep them going up through there, and then once they kind of work through that first section of the base and the threats, drop another jump spell up near the top, followed up by another heal spell. At this point, I had 19 hogs. I had planned to send in 3 and 3, just worst case scenario if a Tesla pops there, to get my hogs to lure the clan castle and trigger those potential trap areas. So that would have brought it down to 13 hogs. And once my kill squad ended up, working through this area and this area and this area, and just working through the base, I decided I would deploy my hogs in a surgical fashion. First I would take out this section in general right here. So what I decided to do was just do surgical, send in 3, just right about that area. Once those 2 defenses started to go down, my kill squad was already way up through the base, so I did deploy my hogs in a timely fashion. I think it was good timing. Right when the kill squad was about halfway through the base, I went ahead and deployed those. They were still locked on to the kill squad, so that's a big point that you need to keep in mind with the double jump govaho is, you're doing a maxed attack. If you don't know what a maxed attack is, that's where you're coming in with all of your spells on your kill squad. Most of the time this will be either a stoned attack with 3 golems or a Valk attack like this is, and then you're going to leave your defense targeting troops without any spells. So when you do that, you need to make sure that the defenses you're deploying them on is going to be beneficial to the raid when they're deployed on the kill squad. So timing is everything on that. But the cannon and archer tower went down. Then I decided to send in 3 more hogs on this archer tower. Sent in another 3, hopefully trying to target that, but as you would imagine, it did target the archer tower, so 6 went onto that archer tower. Sent in another 3 on this, and then waited for them to kind of move through the base. This first section of hogs kind of just went up here, and then as these moved through, they just went up to here. The kill squad obviously would have taken out this portion of the base, hopefully, and at that point, it would have just been kind of a wrap around to the end of the base. So, overall, just send the double jump govaho right up the gut, and there were a couple of things that went wrong, and we'll look at that here in just a second. So we're going to go to the attack and see how it was 3-starred. Alright. And we're going to go down to number 8. So here we go, guys. Went ahead and dropped one hog at the top. No Tesla was there, and I did end up triggering 2 skeleton traps, both of them. Sent in a hog on the other side, triggered 3 mini bombs, ended up getting the rest of the clan castle lured, and right off the bat, already had a decent and good amount of the threats eliminated right from the beginning for that 10 troop space. So absolutely a fantastic opening, and even better, as you will see. So Archer went down after it drew the clan castle. I decided to drop my golem, followed up by both the poison spells, 3 wizards, and my queen, just to start working through that dragon. I didn't want my golem to lose that much health before I sent in, the remaining portion of my kill squad. On the right side, I dropped a wizard a little bit more early than I would have liked to. I forgot to drop my golem. But once that wizard went down, the other golem was deployed. Point defense locked onto that. I was able to, create the rest of my funnel. And at this point, you saw those wall breakers break into that first compartment there, right at the point. And the remaining couple ran off to the right, triggered double giant bomb, and then you see the golem rerouting and trigger the second set of the double giant bombs. So off the bat, both skeleton traps triggered. All 4 giant bombs, 3 mini bombs, the clan castle, and we haven't even deployed our king, our Valks, any of our hogs, etc. So at this point, send in the Valks, send in the king, let the kill squad get in front, drop the jump spell. Everything's going to start working through, drop the heal spell, and like we talked about, they're just going to kind of bounce back and forth, take everything out, slowly kind of work through it. There's no rage, but under heal, all the threats were eliminated, so I could go ahead and drop another heal right there, right in the core, right where that queen, the high DPS, even a rage probably could have been good right there. I could have dropped the rage where I dropped the first heal spell, accelerate them into everything, take out the town hall, because, the clan castle, both the expos and the town hall are extremely high hit points. So, even under heal, they ended up decently surviving through it, but it still took them a while. So I think I did lose a decent amount, and as you'll see up here as well, I missed my jump spell. I was distracted. I wanted to set it up here, right on this junction where the mortar was, but that didn't end up happening. So with that being said, we also talked about the hogs being deployed. As you can see, the cannon is focused on that golem jumping right next to that Tesla, and the archer tower is also focused in on the kill squad near the core. So those 3 hogs I sent on both of those defenses are relatively untouched at this point. Sent in another 3 hogs on that archer tower. Tried to get the cannon like we talked about. 6 ended up going in there on that archer tower, 3 on the wizard tower. They regrouped on that cannon. Wizard tower goes down here, and all the hogs are going to regroup. Like we talked about, there's no heal spell or any spells for the defense targeting troops and a double jump govaho, but as you can see, if deployed right, if doing the surgical type of attack with this is going to be the most beneficial, I think, in most instances, because with the double jump govaho like that, all the point defenses were on the outside, making it very easy to deploy those hogs to target them, and in a cluster of 3, everything's going to go down pretty quickly. You'll usually lose about 1 hog or so. But, with that being said, it's an extremely powerful tactic, an extremely powerful strategy, and even learning to just use your defense targeting troops without any, heal spells, any rage spells, anything like that, it'll really let you learn and test the ability of your troops' hit points, number 1, and how long they can last. Number 2, how fast they can cause the damage and get through the remaining portion. That information over time will let you become more and more patient with your attacks. You can say, I know my hogs are going to be pretty low health when I get through this section, but once they get through that section, I got a nice heal waiting for them, get all of them up to full health. They can go through that Tesla farm, they can go through, whatever it may be. But, those are things to keep in mind. But overall, it was a good attack. I was happy with this. And as always, Cedarby with Rare Privilege Raids, out until next time.